it's me, your favourite today. How you doing? This is a little bit of a different vlog. If you haven't met my wife before, this is my wife Michelle. She used to be in the vlog a lot, but I kind of got her out because it just, there was too many pervs like Andy Robinson and Dave Rowland. Dave Rowland's still a bit of a perv because he comments on my stuff.
It's not very nice.
I'm only joking. You are a bit of a perv.
So bad.
But yeah, she hasn't been in the vlog for a while. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, this is Michelle.
Hi.
I did a video the other week about my frustrations. Well, not, yeah, it was kind of my frustration. I was kind of like, you know, going on about the bad week we'd had or the bad couple of weeks we'd had. And I use this channel a lot to kind of vent what's going on in my life. If you've been a follower of the channel for a long time, and I used to be at work, I used to vent about work. It was constantly, it was probably up to about episode 750 or maybe something like that, where it was literally just me talking about how crap I hated work. So I thought, because we stress about it, it gets stressful. We obviously love our voice a bit, but it does get stressful.
And it's all still a learning.
Yeah, and we're still learning and curving. And we found a family on YouTube called, is it the Chapman family?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if most people do it, but I know I do. If you've got anything that you're worried about in life, you can't just search it on YouTube. And there's going to be somebody that's going through it. That's,
you're not the only one.
Yeah, you're not the only one out there and stuff like that. And it's nice to see other people that are like kind
struggling.
of struggling, struggling and going through the same things that you are. We've started watching their vlogs. They've got a lovely little boy called Andy.
Well, he's a teen.
Well, he's a teen. Yeah, he's 15.
Yeah.
And he reminds us of Liam.
An older Liam.
Yeah, an older version of Liam. So much. It's, well, obviously we don't know an older version of Liam's going to be like, but what we imagine an older version of Liam's going to be to some extent. So we just thought, well, you know, their experience, and like we obviously that's their experience of what they're going through. So we thought we'd share our experience and stuff. That they kind of do daily vlogs on what's going on in Andy's life and stuff like that. But I don't think I'm going to do that with Liam. Maybe, you know, he's been in the vlogs a few times, maybe whatever we're going through or whatever, but I don't think I'm going to have him, you know, in it daily and stuff like that. But
I think at the age he's at as well, it's probably...
He's loving watching himself at the minute.
Yeah, hard work.
yeah, he's loving watching himself at the minute. Some of the stuff that we didn't tell, he loves watching himself. So I just thought, I was going to say that this one was going to be about what's happened in our... in the last week. Is this a bit off? Sorry, what a new stand.
That's alright. Oh, wait for me.
Yeah, now I've messed around with it.
You've messed about.
There, I had to mess with it.
Falls to the floor.
I had to mess with it. Yeah, I was going to talk about this one, about what's gone on in the last week. But I thought, seeing as Michelle's here, and she knows way more about it than I do, and I've talked about it, and if you watch the botch job of the first one that I did talking about it, which I think I titled my autistic boy or something like that, I did a kind of botch job on what's like, because I just know that he's been to panel for being autistic, but he didn't get it.
He didn't meet the criteria.
And like they said, he's got SPD or something like that. Exactly, I don't know. I have no clue. Yeah. Also, excuse the mess of the house, we've got kids.
And my hair, I haven't washed it today.
Also, with the t-shirt, I was wearing this yesterday. If you watched yesterday's vlog, I was wearing this yesterday.
You might have a wardrobe of them?
No, I literally put the same top on this morning. When I woke up, I went to the car boot. It was on the bathroom floor. And it doesn't smell. So I literally just put the t-shirt back on and went to the car boot, and I have got changed. I had a wash, but the t-shirt doesn't smell. So I just thought I'd make that clear.
I'm sure they were looking at your t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone. It's more for my paranoia. But yeah, I'll let Michelle go through it because
Where do you want me to
I
start?
don't know, because Michelle knows loads more than I do, and I just botch it, and then I'll just jump in and I'll say, well, what about when this happened and that happened? So it
Liam
was just, yeah. Yeah, go on.
He'll be 6 in November, so he's 5 at the moment.
Yeah.
We first noticed probably when he was about 18 months that he was maybe not
Yeah. He was
a bit different.
he was
wheel
wheel spinning a lot, and he'd throw
crawled.
stuff. Oh yeah, actually before, so I'm doing. He hasn't been diagnosed with autism,
No.
but the going thing is that eventually he will be. Eventually he will be.
It doesn't matter to us, but
it doesn't matter to us.
It matters for.
But eventually,
Liam.
Eventually we think he will be. But we haven't wanted a label.
We're not bothered.
Before we were peed off when he didn't get the label of autistic, but since then we were like, couldn't give a crap about a label. But
it seems
we won't get the help.
When you do get a diagnosis, then you get a lot more input, and you get to kind of parenting course as well.
Yeah.
For a child with special needs, whereas if your child hasn't got a diagnosis, they've got 1,000,001 things going on that points to autism. Yeah. You can't get the course.
So sorry for interrupting.
Anyway, basically he was 18 months old, 2 years. He was wheel spinning. He'd sit there for hours in bed just spinning a wheel, just watching it. He didn't crawl till 11 months. He didn't walk until 3 weeks.
You used to do that throwing thing behind
him.
Yeah,
he used to crawl. When he did crawl, he'd crawl. Anything in front of him, he'd pick it up and launch it behind him, like throw it behind him, and then he'd turn around and come back the other way and do the same thing.
Like, you couldn't have anything. It literally, like, cups, anything.
Yeah.
Like, you could not. Eat the TV the once, which the TV's on the wall, and eat the TV the once.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, he walked for 3 weeks before his second birthday. But at 2.5, we were on holiday in Ibiza, and he couldn't cope with
certain aspects of the holiday, the business of the holiday.
Like when we went into the dining area,
Did he kick off on the flight on that one?
I cannot remember. But it was when we were there, the actual business of the dining room and stuff like that. He just was on edge all the time.
Like, I think I'd started doing this vlog, but I'd done a little bit of it when we went to Ibiza, and there's a vlog. It's in the first 100, and we're in Ibiza, and you can tell, like, when you look back at it now, it's kind of cringy, like, to watch it, because
we can see that
it's uncomfortable.
At the time,
and it's like,
you probably didn't
even think about it, but when you watch it now, you go, oh God, look in there, like, stuff like that.
So when we came back from that holiday, we actually went to Pizza Hut, and we sat in one of the booths, the low booths, and some people came and sat in the one behind us, and he literally crawled under the table.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't come out. He couldn't deal, and it was at that point that I got in touch with the health visitor and said something's not right, and obviously I'd read
because
things
he already had delays, didn't he, and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think we're already in the thing that
he was delayed. Sorry, some kids or something. So then he got referred to a paediatrician who saw him, referred him on to OT, speech and language. Trying to think what else. He was referred to physio. He'd already been under physio before.
Yeah, because he wasn't walking, and he's got hypermobile joints.
His elbows, pretty much. Literally, you can bend it. And instead of it having it there, the bend, it can kind of bend a little bit.
Yeah, it really bends. He didn't jump or anything, did he, or anything like that?
No, his speech, he did say a few bits, but then he kind of went backwards a little bit from stuff that maybe the odd word that he did say, but then he just didn't really progress in his speaking or anything like that.
Yeah.
So she referred him, he'd do a lot of stuff like sensory seeking and things like that, which at the time we didn't know. She saw him, referred him to the panel, wasn't it, at that point? Yes, the under 5s panel.
Yeah, it was the paediatrician. Was it paediatrician?
Yeah.
I'm not very good with titles of doctors or anything.
January, that was around January 18, she referred him. I think December 18. No, 17 January 18. No, 2016 I think.
Yeah, 'cause
Anyway.
it wasn't last year, was it?
So that was when
Was
he
it
was...
last year? No, it was when he was going into nursery.
When he was 3, yeah, he went to ASD
Yeah.
panel and
He's 5 now, so...
it was under 5s and they said, we need more information. So we'll review him in 6 months. So then 6 months later came, and that was actually January 18, yeah. And they said he doesn't meet the criteria, he's got a speech and language development disorder or something like that. At the time we were not happy because it basically lots of different people, like educational psychologists and all that, had to do like reports on him and assessments and stuff leading up to panel, and then obviously for them to say doesn't meet the criteria, when in our opinion and other professionals' opinion, although they're not meant to say it, he does. So then he was in nursery and, you know, he just plodded on kind of thing. They just left him to it, I think, pretty much, didn't they?
Yeah, it was... What we were worried about was we wanted... It's kind of naive now you look back at it, but we wanted to nail it before we kind of went into mainstream school and reception.
Full time.
Because we just... it was me being more... But I'm not bothered about the education side of things. I'm really... He'll learn
it's
when he
more him
learns or
coping
whatever,
and
but it's
dealing
more about
with-
him coping and him being comfortable around people. And obviously when we're talking about when you go places or holidays or meals or get-togethers or whatever, you could just see he was generally uncomfortable. So the biggest worry was, okay, but now it's going to be a thing. Look, he was all right with his granddad.
Yeah.
But we were just worried that, okay, we're going to now put him in a place where he's going to be like at the start for half of, like for 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
And he's going to either be uncomfortable or whatever. But it was when he went to school that then it turned into the thing like, well, he's fine at school when it...
Well, yeah, he's okay.
He's okay
But
at
it's
school.
like-
He's obviously got delays, but he's okay at school. The
They could
thing that
see
you
that
the
there
thing
was
that you learn.
difficulties there and the problems, but they didn't really say it, kind of thing. They just wanted you to know that he's okay, but we know that he wasn't, kind of, if that makes sense.
And the thing that you kind of learn after a while is people want to tell you at that age, although we'd already kind of settled on it.
Yeah.
We'd already, because we'd had our daughter's
She's
7,
the opposite.
and she's the complete opposite of him, and we could just tell that, like, it's not just the delays, you could tell, like, just in general, it's not, I don't want to use the word he's not normal, but it was just...
He's not a neurotypical, NT, they call it,
Sorry, I don't use the PC word.
That's not really, that's just something that I've learned from
Yeah.
different, parent
But
groups
it's
and
kind
stuff.
of like at that time, like the school and everybody wants to tell you, no, he's doing this, and he said this, and he did that
And we're
today,
like, no, he
and we're
really
like, no, he didn't.
didn't,
Don't say he did these things.
They tell you what they think you
Not
want to hear.
what you want to hear, and it's like.
We'd rather them be honest.
But like that used to make me angry. But I'll look back at it now and I kind of understand, because you used to have people where it was like, oh well, he'll catch up and don't worry about it, and you know, and in a few years you'll be looking back and you'll feel stupid.
And then I think it was before we went to reception then, wasn't it? The because the special needs early years workers were already involved and all that. So obviously then the sort of he went into reception, and then they started to see that more that he was struggling, kind of thing. He was a lot more, you know, he's 5, nearly 6, but he's probably working at about 2.5
about
to
2.5, 3, yeah.
age wise. So like physically, but mentally he's
Like we've got friends who've got
just gone 3-year-old.
just gone 3-year-old, and he's now surpassing.
He's passing Liam.
He's
now.
passing Liam in, like, there was a point where he was 2 and Liam was probably 4 or 5. Well, he's 5 now, but 4, probably 4. It was last year, and they had the same personality and the same like kind of thing. They were mischievous kind of thing. So you could tell like they were kind of matching at the same time. I'm just going to let you know the time as well.
Oh God, we're meant to
Probably,
fit all that
you probably
in.
only got about 10 minutes.
So yeah, basically, okay, let me quickly whiz through then. So yeah, in reception, everybody got involved, and then they wanted to apply for an EHCP, which is Education Healthcare Plan, which basically, I think it used to be called like a statemented kind of thing, years and years ago, and it's a thing where everybody.
Have you skipped the bit where he didn't get diagnosed?
I've already mentioned about that.
Sorry.
And then obviously so this gets put, it takes ages. The school applied for it. Every professional that's involved with him has to put their bit in and say what his needs are, what his difficulties are, what his targets are for that year. So that was, it took about 9 months from that being agreed, yes, he can have one, to the final, getting the final draft. But actually in 6 months' time, well, from 6 months from then, it was due to be reviewed again, because it's reviewed on a yearly basis. So yeah, and that's basically putting in place stuff, and it gives the school more funding. We went to see a couple of, because basically the SEN start is like, and the SENCO of the school and all that, the council agree needs to be in a specialist provision. But we went to see 2 schools, and we liked them both. We said which one we preferred, but there was no spaces in either of them. So basically he's got to stay in his mainstream setting for year 1. He'll actually go to, come January, fingers crossed, they've said he'll go to 1 day a week to his specialist school, which will be like
also,
a long...
we have been BS'd about, so
yeah, but I think
you're more optimistic, I'm more...
So that's basically
believe
going
it when I
to
see
give
it.
a long... apparently it is in writing now, the SENCO I've seen, it can't be. Anyway, it'll give him a long transition then from January to July, and then after summer 2020 he'll go to his specialist provision full time, 5 days a week. And then recently we've been to see the paediatrician, a different one, who got Liam a bit more, and because obviously there is progression there, but it's still not progression they want to see, and he does meet criteria. I hate that word. So basically, the educational psychologist, and the his disability nurse and the paediatrician all agreed that he should go back to the autism panel, ASD panel. So that's been done. We're just waiting on...
I've lost my thought now.
That, sorry. I'm sorry, you were rushing me anyway. I've got to wrap it up a bit.
Can chat, man.
I'm trying to, I could have dragged this out all night.
No, yeah. Literally the time was there.
So basically, he's going back to panel. We've just got to wait on when that's going to be. And see what happens. But in the meantime, he has got his sensory needs, his speech and language difficulties, his social communication, his sleep difficulties, behaviour, which is the impact of everything else, frustrations for him. Obviously self-care, he's still not potty trained, whatever you want to call it, which for us is the communication. He
can barely brush his teeth,
and he also doesn't have that, the bladder, bells and brain are, he's wired differently.
Like he did it today. He was in here today, and his sister, bless her, she's absolutely brilliant with him, and she was making him laugh, and just all of a sudden, like,
obviously he'd had his nappy on for a couple of hours anyway.
And maybe he's was in, sometimes you know what it's like, guys. Can I talk?
Just stop, hurry up then. Go on. Tell me to hurry up. Come on, look, 19 minutes and...
Freaking woman. Sometimes, lads, your penis can be to one side, and he weed, and it went all over the floor because he was laughing so much. There you go, Shell. There you go. There you go. Should we change it to the Shell Green Adventure again?
No. Oh, God, shut up. So, now we're just waiting on... Obviously, there are a lot of needs there. There are a lot of frustrations. He does vocalise a lot at home. He's very stuck in his routine. If you break that routine, it's hell to pay.
Yeah.
And as he's getting older, he's becoming more reliant on it. And
yeah, he's becoming more reliant on his routine. It's
like
like tomorrow he's already been on about it, like mommy, daddy, Lacey, mommy, daddy, Lacey, Liam, chill tomorrow. And I've already like explained now, it's daddy. I'm going to be at home tomorrow, so it's daddy, Lacey, Liam, chill.
And it's because
tomorrow.
I've had a week
And
off work,
Shell's
so
had a
he's
week off
started
work,
to get
so
into that routine.
He's got into that routine, so he's like, no, mommy doesn't want to go to work. Which she's right, she doesn't want to go to work. But, like...
Needs must.
It's like, tomorrow will be a bit of a difficult day because he's going to be...
It's not a normal...
It's not going to be a normal day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll get through it, but it won't be a normal day. I'm expecting him to have a few issues.
And with me trying to have time off during the summer holidays to,
Do things,
to try and sort of balance work and home, I am probably messing his schedule up a bit, but...
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought this would be an introduction video anyway. Just to let you know, I know other people that have watched the vlog for a long time probably already know this and have seen...
And more.
Yeah, and more, and seen videos on it before, but... We just, for other people maybe to catch it, and maybe who are going through the same thing. I don't want to sound like we're going through the same thing.
No.
It's you know what I mean.
It's
like,
hard, but
it's hard.
I wouldn't change it.
Yeah, it wouldn't change it. It wouldn't change him for the world. It's just part of the way he is. I wouldn't want him to be. You know what I mean? It's just the way he is.
It's Liam.
It's Liam, so it's like it's just the way he is. But it can be challenging sometimes, and it can be like a weekly thing. Like for us to just maybe have an argument, which is
Or you just feel like, I need to cry.
At that time, like it's always my fault. It's never the kid's fault. You know what I mean?
I think Sarah's got an element of
yeah, that might be
autism.
a little bit. Yeah,
he's a little bit autistic.
We're doing a list the other day for sensory for DOT, and I said I could probably feel.
Me.
Oh, that's me.
That's me.
I get affected by sounds. I get affected by, I was like, and she went, "Oh, well, that's interesting."
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought we'd just do it. Shell could probably chat all night.
Sorry, I could.
But I wasn't going to go live because, yeah, she'll be here all night, and I want to relax. I've got a alcohol-free beer in the fridge, and I won't mind starting to watch a new series on Netflix. We just finished watching Happy Valley.
Or we might watch some more of Chapman's.
Oh yeah, well we might watch more of the Chapmans. But yeah, so we just thought we're going to do this maybe once a week or whenever we feel like it. So just if you enjoyed the vlog, comment down below, give us a like, whatever. But I'm still going to be doing my normal vlog. She's not going to be in every one of them. I'll be able to talk and be able to get my side of things out without chatterbox here. Yeah, because she just took over. If you watch back, if you watch back, it's just constant. And do you remember that time? Shell, do you remember? Okay, I'm not allowed to speak.
Sorry.
So yeah, but yeah, so we'll be doing another one next week. Just to maybe updates of what's happened in last week with Liam. And
are you going to be doing any clips of Liam, or are you just
I
doing
might
the chatting thing?
the problem is, as I said to you, I can only do literally 25 minutes for it to, and then I'm going to have to delete 3 games off my phone now to be able to make the video on PowerDirect. So it's like, I can't remember, what was my point? Me again?
I said about clips of Liam.
Yeah, so I can't do many clips of Liam because they'll add up onto my phone, and I've got to do my own vlogs. It's the Sea Green Adventures, you know what I mean? So maybe not as many clips, but I might include Liam in the vlogs and stuff like that. He likes being on. But yeah, so if you like the video, give it a like. If you dislike the video, jump off a bridge. No, don't jump
dislike it, but don't jump off a bridge.
Yeah. She's the more sensible one. Don't jump off a bridge. That'd be silly.
You know.
That'd be silly.
We can't please everybody.
We can't please everyone. But for now, peace out. Stay safe. Stay beautiful, and I will see you in my next video.